Welcome ESL to week 13 in the 1987 series as we will crown a champion today. 3 drivers are in the hunt. You have CJ. He is last week's winner. He is your points leader by 3. Then it's Wilkins, Devontae Wilkins in second, and Morningstar in third. All these drivers are separated by 5 points. You still have a few drivers like Pearson Blackwell, but they're a long shot. They would need a lot of things to happen for them to have a chance. As CJ's about to complete his first lap around. And it's CJ Slava on top of the leaderboard. Will his time hold? Will he win the pole and have a great chance to win the championship today? As he rounds turns 3 and 4. And it's CJ Slava on the pole. Chris Webber second, Randy Pierce third, Mike Mello fourth, Zach Holdorf fifth, Nick Leap sixth, Trey Smith seventh, Colin Porter eighth, Devontae Wilkins ninth. Ricky Bobby rounds out your top 10. So Devontae's in ninth, and Morningstar is in 22nd. Morningstar has his work cut out for him today. We'll see what type of race CJ can put together. I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. And we are back and getting ready to crown a champion in the 1987 series. CJ Slava, your points leader, is on the pole. Devontae Wilkins is starting 9th. And Morningstar is starting 22nd. As the pace car comes off the track. This should be a fun one. Tire wear plays a big factor in this track. And the green flag waves, and we are underway, week 13 at Phoenix. CJ Slava in the inside, Weber on the outside. We'll see what lane has the more speed early on. Right now, CJ still trying to battle Chris for the lead. Right behind them is Randy Pierce. Chris Weber on that outside. Looks like he's going to take the lead, and he does. He takes it away from CJ. Wilkins down to 12th. It looks like he is not too fast early on, as he is very loose coming out that turn. So it seems like he's struggling inside. He's in that inside line. Sometimes that line is not the best line. As we check out Morningstar, he is still 22nd, just where he started. So he's going to have to figure out how to climb through the field as this race goes. But there is a ton of traffic ahead of him. As you can see, we're 3 wide as Dougie Zoom. Yodi. We should have about maybe 1 pit stop in this race, depending if we get any cautions or not. But Chris Weber has pulled away. He's almost has a second lead on CJ already. The lap traffic is going to be a problem too. The track is at 79 degrees, 4-mile-an-hour winds. A great day for racing here at Phoenix. As Wilkins continues to struggle down to 16th. Started in 9th, so he needs to get it going and figure out what's wrong with that car. As he makes contact and hits the wall. He hits the wall. That might trigger the caution. We will see. Oh my, he hit that wall hard. He is trying to get out pit road here. And now he hits the number 1. Still no caution. Let's try to see if we could see exactly what happened. And that looks like that's maybe Goddard. And he just hits the wall hard. Man, oh man. And he makes it onto pit road. I'm just surprised the caution did not come out, but that car is battered. And his championships aspirations have been dashed just like that. And now CJ's gonna try to fight for the lead. He has caught up to Weber. CJ all over Weber here. Wilkins still on pit road. And he's probably going to be there for a long while. CJ still trying to battle for the lead. He's all over Weber here. CJ goes to the outside. So now this is a two-driver race for the championship. Is CJ and Morningstar, but Morningstar is pretty far back in the field. He is currently 24th, so he needs to make something happen here. As Morningstar is 5 points back from CJ Slava. We'll see if he can pick up some speed as this race goes. And there's another car on pit road. And that is a 28 of Andy Dunwoody. And he has also hit the wall. He has some serious damage to the right front of that car. And the caution is out. As the number 6 of Thomas Noble's upside down on the backstretch. What happened to Noble? He makes contact there with Trunnion, hits the wall so hard. And he's on the roof. Hopefully Noble is okay, but man, he took a shot. That's right on board, the number 6. Trunnion gives him a little tap. He can't save it. And he is on his roof. Man, that is scary. Man, that is scary. He is on his roof, has no control of the car. And because of that, cautious drivers are coming down pit road. And that is 2 Northern Lights cars. Not completely out the race, but man, they've had some rough luck early on. As drivers decided, hey, let's just get some tires here. Maybe we can make it to the end on fuel. As drivers are peeling off pit road, Weber comes out first. CJ comes out third. Colin in second. Then you have Ricky, Pierce, Zach. I think that's Nichols, Isabella, Trey, and Braden Goddard. But Weber, he is still in the lead. Can they make it to the end here? I mean, you're looking at maybe 90, between 80, 90 laps, maybe on fuel, roughly. That's Thomas Noble. He is in the medical center after that horrific crash. I don't know if he slid down and made contact with the other car and then he went into the wall, but that was a scary wreck. It landed on his roof and slid down the backstretch. It has been an eventful start to this race, that is for sure. It's unfortunate with Devontae Wilkins He wrecked early on. You hate to see that on the last race. You would like to see these guys race it out for the championship. But now it's between CJ and Morningstar, and Morningstar is still in towards the end of the field. He is in 24th. He has a lot of work to do. But there's still a lot of race left, and a lot can happen, as you've seen already early on. One bad mistake could cost you. As we getting ready to restart this race. And the green flag waves, and we are underway once again. With Colin Porter in the outside, Weber in the inside. Porter quickly takes the lead, does not waste no time. CJ currently in 4th. But he does not want to lose a ton of positions. He gets in line, and that's the right thing to do. Now he's in the outside. Zach is right behind him. As we check on Morningstar, he is currently 22nd. Picked up a two spots there on that restart. We'll see what he can continue to do. Maybe they did an adjustment on that car during that pit stop. See if he has any more extra speed. As he continues to ride that high line, see if he can find any type of speed up there. But there's just so much traffic ahead of him. It's so tough. As we go back to your leader, now CJ is in the lead. Porter's down to 3rd. CJ's going to go to the inside here. As they're side by side going around 3. And CJ takes the lead back. Can he pull away from Weber? CJ has had some speed here as of late. His last 4 finishes: 3rd at Talladega, 5th at Watkins Glen, 3rd at Bristol, and he won last week at Michigan. So he has been on a tear here as of late. And that seems that's what DOG does. Towards the end of the season, they just bring some hot rods to the track. They always have some speed towards the middle and the end portion part of the season. Devontae Wilkins is back on the track. They repaired that car as best as they could. He is currently 34th. Now we have reports that Thomas Noble is out of the infield care center, and he is okay. So that is some good news for the number 6 there. He had a wild ride there on the back stretch. Morningstar moves up to 20th, so he is doing some progress here. He just needs to keep at it, keep grinding. There's still a lot of race to go. Let's ride on board Morningstar for a few laps. Morningstar down to 25th. He seems a little loose coming out the turns there. You see he's struggling with that wheel. Now he's up to 24th. CJ in control. And CJ has pulled away over a second over Pierce. And Chris Webber has faded slight. Oh, he has faded. He is down to third. But he does have the fastest lap in the race. Colin Porter in fourth. Ricky in fifth. And there's Freddie Trammell in sixth, having a good run, as well as Isabella in seventh. That's two Brew Crew cars in the top 10. Then it's Braden Goddard, some say Mike Mello. And Morningstar loses another spot down to 26. It just seems like he cannot get going. The number on the ticker is how many laps they did on that set of tires. So the first set, you see it says 14. He did 14 laps on that first set. And on that second set, he has 18 laps so far. Can CJ continue to pull away from Pierce? But Pierce seems to be slightly closing in. There's only one car on pit road, and that is Noble, the number 6. Well, we still have 33 cars on the lead lap, but if we stay green for the rest of the race, there will be some cars that get lapped here, and these leaders are going to have to deal with traffic. And here comes Pierce. Pierce is in the inside. They're side by side going around 2. But CJ does not let him get by. The biggest mover is Freddie Trammell, up 20 positions, trying to make it 21. Freddie Trammell, 7th in points, had a good season. Anytime you can finish in the top 5, top 10 in points, you did pretty well. tire wear is gonna start coming into play because we've been on it's been green flag laps for 22 laps already. We'll see who can manage their tires the best. This track really tests these drivers on worn tires. And if you don't manage them well, you will fade and fade pretty fast. And here comes Pierce. He's going to go to the inside once again. He cannot get there. And Morningstar has fallen down to 27th. He can just not get it going. I'm sure they're hoping to get another caution as Pierce is challenging for the lead and takes the lead away from CJ. Pierce himself has had a good season, 4th in points. He's had 1 win, 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s. So he has had a solid season himself. As Tyler Grims is on pit road and his car seems battered. Let's see what happens to him. He's going to make contact with a 97 and hits the wall. His back bumper flies off. He took a shot as well. It's just a slight nudge on that rear fender. That's all it takes. A lot of damage on that car. But Pierce now in control of this race as he has pulled away from CJ. Weber still in 3rd. Not too far back is Trammell. Trammell has some speed here. He continues to climb up the field, up 22 positions. Now he's looking to catch up to Weber. So he's a driver to look out for. We are still not halfway yet, so there's still plenty of racing to go. And Freddie Trammell definitely the faster car as he has caught up to Weber in just a few laps. He's going to look to the outside to make this pass. And he easily gets by Weber. Now he's up 23 positions. Now he got his sights set on Slava. As we check on Morningstar, currently in 27th. He cannot just gain no traction here. As he touched the 97 there, that would have been the end of his championship hopes right there. That was close. to 28th, and CJ is still in second. But here comes Trammell. Trammell is on a mission here. As Trammell continues to close in. The track is at 85 degrees, up a few degrees since the start of the race. Colin Porter and Ricky, this is a battle for fifth. As now we're starting to get closer to that lap, to that traffic. So that traffic is gonna play a big role here. Especially if we stay green the rest of the way. And now Freddie Trammell has his sights set on CJ. He has caught up to CJ's looking to make the pass here for a second. He's about 2 seconds back from Pierce. He just needs to get by CJ. He bounces to the outside. Trammell trying to find an opening. He tried the outside, didn't work. Looked to the inside, nothing there. It's gonna be a tough pass. And you can see that traffic up ahead. That's what Pierce is gonna have to start dealing with here. And if he struggles getting by that traffic, these two are gonna catch right back up. And there goes Trammell on the outside. And he easily makes the pass and moves up to second. That car has some serious speed in this long run. There's Randy Pierce. As Tyler Grims comes out of pit road. Can all these drivers make it to the end here on the fuel they had after that caution? Grims is gonna go right by, but it's because he almost makes contact there, but it's because he has fresh tires. That's how fast these fresh tires make you. You saw Grims just fly by the leader like if it was nothing and just pull away. As we are at the halfway point of this race. As we check on Morningstar. He is currently 28th. And he needs to be careful that he does not get lapped here. Because that would probably be it for his any type of chance. We'll see how Pierce handles his traffic now. And Freddie Trammell is almost up to the 006. Less than a second already. Pierce cannot waste any time here to make these passes. Freddie Trammell's almost to the bumper already. Trammell goes to the inside. He's going to try to make an aggressive move here. As they're side by side going around one. They almost make contact. Nobody wants to give up this lead. Pierce doesn't want to give up this lead. But that 28 is right there, depending on what line he chooses. Right now, he's using that higher line. And Trammell cannot make the pass. It's hard to make the pass in the inside. He might have to try the outside. He's going to go back to the inside again. We'll see if he can make it work. He cannot get there. And he's going to try it again. As they're side by side going into one. But that 28 is causing problems. And CJ has caught up to these two because of all the battling. They keep going back and forth. It's helping CJ catch right back up. And it seems like Trammell has lost a little bit of momentum here. But Pierce, he can't get by. He can't get by the 47. There's Trammell. Can he try to make the pass this time? We'll check on Morningstar once again, and there's someone. Looks like someone is heading into the pits, and that looks like that's Goddard. And Goddard has some damage. And he made contact. He hit that wall hard. He didn't flip over, though. He made contact with that number 1 of Pierce. Sends him to the wall. And now he is on pit road. Pierce is still in the lead. Trammell in second. CJ in third. Weber fourth. Colin Porter fifth. And let's get an update. See where Morningstar is. Morningstar is right there. Only one car separates Morningstar and the leader. Morningstar does not want to get lapped here. As the leaders come onto pit road. So that was about 50-something laps there on fuel. Our calculations were definitely off. We'll see how fast Pierce gets in and out of pit road. But they should be good on fuel the rest of the way. So this should be the last stop here. It's going to be a race out of pit road. And there goes Trammell. And Trammell's going to be the leader coming off of pit road. He had the faster stop. The pit crew did their job, put Freddie Trammell in the lead. CJ Slava out of pit road. Morningstar still has not come onto pit road. We'll see how long he will stay out. And where will he end after this pit stop? Can his pit crew give him a quick stop and he could gain a few positions as he heads onto pit road now, as pit road is pretty busy. As he had a stop there, someone was trying to get into their stall, so that's going to cost him a little bit of time. Now they have to try to be in and out. He was about 28th when he came onto pit road. And he peels out of that pit stall. We'll see if he can gain a few spots and what type of adjustments they made to that car. And it's showing that he is 27th, so he maybe gained one spot. Goddard is still on pit road, but he has some damage. And 28 of Dunwoody is on pit road. Just got on into his pit stall. So everyone has made their pit stop, and we have almost cycled through as the 27 of Mello is on pit road. Yes, he might be the last one. To make his pit stop. And there's Freddie Trammell. Pierce is right on his heels. Actually, that wasn't Pierce. That was, I think that's Wilkins, but not 100%. But Trammell's still in the lead. Pierce is a little further back here, about 1 second behind. And CJ is in third. So let's just do your top 15. After that, those last pit stops. Freddie Trammell, he is your leader. Randy Pierce second. CJ in third. Chris Webber in fourth. Colin Porter in fifth. Ricky in sixth. Trey Smith in seventh. some say in 8th. Isabella Ramon in 9th. Nolan Pierce in 10th. Stephen Waters in 11th. Zach Holdorf in 12th. Dale Earnhardt in 13th. Nelly Selly in 14th. And Gunny McGuire rounds out your top 15. And Morningstar has gained a few spots in 24th. But this race is starting to wind down. About 34 laps to go. And it's a mile track, so these laps go pretty quick. But Freddie Trammell, he has been strong all day long. And here he is in the lead. He has pulled away from Pierce. He had a great pit stop. He's up 25 positions. He's probably going to finish in the top 5 in the points after this race is done, as long as he holds on to this lead. As we check on Pierce, he is currently second. And the race has been caution-free since around lap 14. But it was an eventful start to the race, as Devontae Wilkins got knocked out early after hitting a wall. And it's unfortunate, man. He always has a pretty solid car week to week. But that's just what happens in racing sometimes. You just don't know. How your day will end, or how fast will it end. CJ still holding on to third. Morningstar up to 22nd. Has gained a few positions after that last pit stop. Looking to gain one more here. I mean, he has to keep grinding. You don't know what could happen. If something happens to CJ, he still might have a shot to win the championship. So you just cannot give up right now. You just got to keep grinding, try to keep picking up spots, and hope for the best. Freddie Trammell with about a half-second lead over Pierce. As that's Braden Goddard. He's on fresher tires. But he is a few laps back. Trammell needs to be careful here with Goddard. He don't want to make contact. He almost made contact with the 503 right there. Now Pierce is in the inside. He's taking advantage of this traffic. He's going to try to take the lead back away from Trammell. They're side by side heading into one. Freddie Trammell's battling hard on the outside as they're 3 wide. This could get a little dangerous here. Pierce in the lead for now. We know Freddie Trammell has a long run car. He gets faster the longer this run goes. But he just needs to keep it close. Doesn't want Pierce to pull away too far because there's not too many laps left in this race. As we have 21 laps to go here at Phoenix Raceway. As we check on your points leader, CJ Slava, currently in third. No one is near him. And that's how he wants it right now. He doesn't want someone to be trying to race him hard. And Morningstar in 20th. He continues to gain positions here. But it might be a little too late. As he's going to try to gain another one. Trying to get by the 510 as we have 20 laps to go. CJ definitely does not want to see a caution now. That would definitely change things. CJ's gonna get by Grims here. Grims is a lapped car. Pierce still in the lead. Freddie Trammell has faded a little bit. It could be because of this traffic. It's hard to navigate through here. Well, 56 is just trying to find an opening to get by these lapped cars. It gets harder and harder to make passes on worn tires. As they're 27 laps on these tires already. As Pierce gets by Nolan. But now the 006 has a pretty comfortable lead. And unless Trammell can figure out how to get by these lapped cars, he's not going to be able to have a chance to catch Pierce. as he is 1 second back with 14 to go. He needs to try to figure something out, and they're side by side in front of him, which makes it a lot harder to get by. There's just not a lot of real estate to make a pass here. Now he's trying to that low line. He was hugging that yellow line. And he finally looks like he finally got by. He's gonna get by Pierce. And now he needs to get by Stephen Waters. And Pierce has no traffic near him. So he has just opened up his lead. 3-second lead over Trammell. There's CJ in third. And Morningstar up to 19th. I think that's his best position of the day. But he just couldn't get it going. They got it going a little too late. So unless CJ makes a bad mistake, he will be your champion in season 10. As we have 10 laps to go at Phoenix Raceway. And we still have one more race on the schedule. Next gen. 4 drivers will compete for the championship. That race will either be tomorrow or Monday. Pierce with almost a 5-second lead. As he has pulled away from Trammell and has not looked back. Trammell has been dealing with this traffic and he's just struggling to get by this traffic, and it has slowed him down so much. As now Pierce is dealing with a little bit of traffic, but there's not many laps left. Pierce has put together a great season. He'll be in the top 5, maybe even the top 3 in the points. So he had a heck of a run. I know he'll be back, or maybe he'll be in next gen next season. We'll see. He could definitely compete. He just needs to be careful here with Zach. You don't want to make any contact with him. Just make a clean pass. Five laps to go. That's Pierce. That was close. Almost made contact to that 20 with that 24. Tyler Grims is on pit road. As we check on CJ and Morningstar one last time. CJ Slava still in third with a little bit of traffic around him. Morningstar in 19th. Regardless of how this race ends, Morningstar had a heck of a run this season, no doubt about that. We'll see if he moves up to next gen or stays in 1987 for next season. As Pierce goes around turns 3 and 4. But 2 laps to go. Still a 5-second lead over Trammell. But a heck of a run by the 006 as the white flag waves. Last lap at Phoenix. In the last lap of the season. As he goes on to the backstretch. He's trying to pass Mike Mello here in these final 2 turns. Randy Pierce wins at Phoenix Raceway and gets his second win of the season. And CJ Slava crosses the line, and he is your season champion in the 1987 series. Congrats to CJ. Heck of a run in the last 5 races. We'll see if he makes the step up to next gen next season. Because if he does, this is a card. Actually, this is a driver that series is going to have to look out for. He is a proven veteran. He's had some rough seasons, but he has bounced back in a big way this season on a new team. Fresh start, so he's trying to make something happen here. But heck of a run by Slava. And he's going to take a victory lap around. And he deserves to do so after the run he had to win this championship. The DLG, man, they have been building their program up. And man, they have been putting together some fast cars, especially towards the middle to the end of the seasons. So they have definitely figured something out. And their program keeps getting better and better. But congrats to CJ. They'll be celebrating tonight. That whole team will. He brought them home a championship. And that closes out season 10 in the 1987 series. I look forward to next season. And I look forward to see what drivers decide to stay in this series or move up to race against the top drivers in the league. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.